Hi, Scorpio. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic seer and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for November 2025. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in November and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there, so you might want to check that out. This recording is for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, and Scorpio Moon. I'm using the Tarot Mucha Tarot deck in these readings. And happy birthday to the Scorpios out there. I hope you have a very, very happy and blessed solar return. So all that being said, Scorpio, now on to your November 2025 Psychic Tarot reading. In this month of November, everyone on this planet is going to be affected by light codes that are emanating from the sun, that is raising our frequencies and vibrations and expanding our consciousness. We will all be affected by this one way or another. So keep this in mind, that November is likely to be a very impactful and pivotal month for us all. So I wish you many blessings in this month of November. First card you have, Scorpio, is the Fool. And this is starting out on a new path and a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations. But you have to not have your head in the clouds and be focused on reality, or you could fall off the cliff. So you need to have your wits about you. You don't want to, stumble and fall. But it is a good card because it's a new journey. You may feel like, you know what, I'm starting to feel like my old self again. Maybe you recently lost weight, or maybe something that's going on in your life is like a similar pattern or a repeat or of something that happened very similar to you in the past. If anybody is not wanting to listen to you, you are going to make them listen to you. This could be your kids, it could be your significant other, it could be bosses, it could be clients or customers, or the public. If you deal with the public, I just get like, oh yeah, well, you know what? You don't want to listen to me, but I'm going to make you listen to me anyway. Wow, you may show up unexpectedly at a party or gathering that you maybe didn't get invited to. Or for some reason they didn't know you were coming, or maybe you said you weren't coming and you show up. I don't know, but I get you showing up unexpectedly to something. And I feel like it causes a stir. This could even be at work, at a job where you worked in the past that you left. You may go back there just to see what's going on, or try to run into somebody there. So it could be at a work situation or a club group or organization, but some of you, it could be a party or gathering. Might be Thanksgiving, because you know what? In the United States, we're celebrating Thanksgiving. So, it could be they didn't think you were going to show. Maybe you told them, I can't make it, I'm too far away, and you unexpectedly show up. I feel like there's a great deal of love around you at this time. I get a lot of loving energy coming at you. Now, this could be coming from the planets and the heavens, in this, in the cosmos around us, but it could also be coming from, if you're on the internet, if you have a YouTube channel, or you're on Instagram and you're an influencer or some sort of situation like that, or you're a performer, you could have the public, public people showing you a lot of love in November. If you're a public figure, politician even, or, actor, actress, singer, musician. But if you're a Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising sign, you're going to have a lot of love coming at you. And this could be from your own family members. It could be from your significant other. It could be coming from your kids, or who knows. But it's like you may feel like feelings of love. But again, it could be coming from the cosmos. The planets could be giving you those feelings. Some of you are going to go on a trip with your friends or a friend, and it could be to go to like wine country. Let's go to vineyards and drink wine and have cheese and wine and bread. Let's do that. You might do something like that, or to go on some other kind of excursion. Doesn't have to be wine. So the next card in your reading, Scorpio, you have, wow, Ace of Rods, new beginnings. New beginnings of any kind. It could be a new job, a new love relationship. It could be receiving an inheritance, the birth of a child. It could be a new business. Something new could be happening here. If you are trying to get accepted into a program, a school, a training program, or to get hired into a particular position or a particular company, you get accepted or hired. Some of you, that comes up first. Also, if you were trying to get any kind of financial backing from individual backers, or to get any kind of loan or a grant, I feel that comes through for you. Or if you needed to get a work visa, a permit, citizenship, a certain kind of license, that all looks like it'll come through for Scorpios. Some of you are going to make a wonderful catch and score something really big. Now, it could be like a purchase, and you catch like, hey, I caught this sale. I got this, I've got this great purchase. But it could be a catch that you see somebody make a mistake or slip up or give code words and code symbols in something, because there's a lot of the societies out there, the different ones like to make different symbolic gestures. You may catch it and you may end up making money off of that. Or getting some kind of you might see something and you caught it and you're like, nobody else saw it, but I did. So you go online and you get a video of it, or you put it somewhere, and like people are like, wow, great catch. So you catch something. You catch something. I feel like you catch a sale, or you catch something like what I just said, and it could turn out to be like good publicity for you, or, maybe possibly even get money to come to you in some way. Some of you are going to have a birth of a child, or you're going to find out that you're pregnant, especially if you're older and you didn't think you were going to be able to do it, or you went through IVF, or, I don't know, but some of you're going to find out you're pregnant, or you could be giving birth of a child, or somebody in your life. Maybe this is going to be, you're going to be a grandparent for the first time. So, or parent comes up here. If you are trying to sell something, I feel like you get a lot of offers, whether it's something you're trying to sell on an online auction, or something you've listed, maybe even like a home. A car, could be some personal item that you have that's a collectible or worth, money for whatever the reasons. You could get, I see 5 offers. Now, some of you, it could, depending on what it is, it could be more than that, but I do see 5 offers. So I just want to remind you here, if you guys, so many of you really like Max, because sometimes he sleeps in the next room and you can't hear him, but when he's in this room, you can definitely hear him. And I know you guys ask me about him, so if you want to see a picture of Max, I take Max and then I put him in weird settings. You may want to stick around or look at the end of the video to see the Max picture for November. So the next card in your reading is the 6 of Swords, and this is a card that symbolizes moving. You could be moving from troubled shores to better shores, troubled times to better times. You could be just literally moving or having a new commute for work. Sometimes this is travel and traveling. Some of you are going to find a new position either in your field or in a new field somewhere else, not where you are. It could be an hour to an hour and 15 minutes away from where you are. You may go to the area and take all these images of photographs and this and that and images of stores and other things in the area and send them back to your significant other or to your friends and say, what do you think of this place? Look at this, look at these stores, look at this area, look at the, like, now it could be if you're just on a trip. You could be on a trip and you're snapping pictures of, you know, cool historical monuments and buildings, or, you know, whatever you're looking at, nature, really cool nature pictures, and you could be sending them back to somebody. But for some of you, it's because you are thinking about moving there, and your job could be changing. It could be a new job or a new position at the job where you already are, but it could require you moving one way or another. Some of you could get invited to go spend time with a friend, especially if you have a friend that lives at a distance from you, either overseas, in another country, or in another state or province, but not close by. And you may have the opportunity to go visit them, and that, I'm going to tell you right here, for some of you, that visit is changing something for you. You may decide to live there. Even if, like for some of you, it could be a job change or a career change, or, you know, the company where you work wants you to go to this their alternate location and it's not close. Some of you, it's that. Some of you, you're visiting somebody that's at a distance, and you may actually consider moving there in the future, because I feel like that's part of what this is. You could get ingrained in a new job, a new career, or new territory. That's how my guide summed it up. But wherever this is, they think you're going to have a blast. Whether it's a trip or whether you go there and you're scouting it out because you're probably going to move there. Either way, I feel like you have a blast. I do feel it is a good place for you to go. I do feel it's a wise move, and it's one you're going to be happy you made, maybe later on even. Maybe you're like unsure in the beginning, but later on you're going to be like, yep, that was the best decision I ever made. So before I move on to cards number 4 and 5, I just want to let you know about a few of the special videos I have available on my Patreon and Vimeo, if you'd like to get them. The first one is Wisdom and Guidance Psychic Tarot Readings using the Wildwood Tarot deck. I've never done this reading before. I purchased the Wildwood Tarot deck a year ago. I never used it. I really like the images. I'm like, I've got to do a reading with these cards. So in the Wisdom and Guidance Psychic Tarot Readings, there's 4 different categories I look at. Love and romance, family and friends, health and wellness, and career and finance. It's divided into 4 sections where I look and use these Wildwood Tarot. And I think you'll really like these videos. I hope you'll check them out. Also, I recorded these last month, but they're still new, so I'm going to talk about them here, is Spirit Animals Tarot, Oracle Cards, and Jasper Crystal readings. Many people love animals and really resonate with animal totems and or spirit animals, or feel like animals give them messages. I'm one of those people. I feel like certain birds show up, or a certain animal, like a rabbit, will hop by. I'm like, nah, that's a message. I think it goes back to when I had Native American previous incarnation, more than one as a Native American. So I think they really resonate with animals, and I do too. So you may want to check those out. Those predictions go out 1 year. Just like the Wisdom and Guidance Psychic Tarot readings, they go out 1 year in time too. One is from October of 2025 to October of 2026, and the other one was from September of 2025 to September of 2026. Also, don't forget, my psychic crystal readings for November 2025 are also available. They are a continuation and an expansion of these psychic tarot readings I'm doing right now, and you may want to check them out. These links are down below in the description box in the Show More section, and they're on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. The Vimeo links are down there, and the Patreon link is there on both spots. You can get these videos on Vimeo or Patreon. So the next card in your reading is the Seven of Cups, and this is a card that symbolizes scattered energy, scattered thinking, scattered illusions. Choose wisely from the illusions around you. It could also be having to make a decision or a choice about something that could be maybe difficult to decide. Could also mean a dream come true, or having a lot on your plate. I told you you're going to get an offer for something, I believe. You may be confused by offers. If you're trying to sell something and you get multiple offers, there could be some reason that the offers aren't that does make it a little confusing. The other thing could be if an opportunity comes up to relocate, move, change your job, change your job within a job you already have, in a company you already work for, or a new job or a new career. Those are the things that came up in your Six of Swords card, and I do feel the Seven of Cups is you trying to figure it out, sort it out, and deal with it, and make the right decisions. And it's like, my guides are saying you're like weighing everything. You're going to be like, what's the most important? What could make me the happiest? What's the easiest to do? What's the most complex to do? What gives me the most financial gain? What makes me feel emotionally the best? Like, you're going to be like juggling all these different things to make your decisions and determinations in the month of November. If you got fired or you quit and there was some kind of severance pay or package that was due to you, I feel you get it in November. If you're in a quandary about if somebody's pulling the wool over your eyes, gaslighting you or deceiving you, you could be looking at a couple different people and trying to decide which one's doing it, or who do you trust? Because you could be looking at something like that, where you're like having to go, like, your mind is thinking one thing, your emotions are thinking another. You're seeing something else in front of you that makes it like, which do you pick? Who do you believe? Or if you have to choose someone, if you have to hire somebody or select somebody in your family to do a particular thing or to receive something in particular, you could be weighing those, like, This one versus that one. This one versus that one. It could be people you're thinking about, and you have to choose and decide. I feel you figure it out in the end, but to be honest with you, Scorpio, I feel like if you have to make any decision based on what I just said there, I feel like you make the decision in December better than it is for you to make it in November. Although some of you may not have the choice and you may have to do it in November, but if you do, it's going to be right at the end of the month. But I feel some of you between the 1st and 6th of December is a better time for you to make big choices and big decisions. So, last card in your reading is likely you. This isn't Queen of Cups. Look, who am I talking to? This is the Queen of Swords. This is an air sign person. Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. However, it could be you if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that is an air sign. This could be somebody you looked up to that's going to step down from their job and leave. This could also be somebody that you look at instigates trouble. This could be somebody that comes to you and wants to bargain or barter with you. If you're trying to sell anything, this could be somebody that wants to barter or bargain with you. This could also be a boss if they're trying to bargain or barter with you about something to do with terms of your working conditions, benefits, salary, hours. So that could be going on here too. This could actually, for some of you, be somebody that looks at you and thinks you're underrated and that you should be looked at more favorably in a better position, a higher position, or a higher pay. So this could be somebody that could be championing you. It could be a mentor, a professor, a boss. It could be like, they could be saying, you should be making more money. Your work isn't valued enough. You should have a higher position. So it could be a boss, could be a mentor. But for some of you, because it's a general reading, Scorpio, this could be somebody you look at as a troublemaker or an instigator. So I can't tell which because I'm getting it both sides. So you have to see how it plays out. And I get another thing here. Some of you, this could be somebody that awakens a passion in you. And that could be romantic or sexual, but it could also be, anger is a form of passion, or a passion of like a creative passion to do something. So this Queen of Swords person could be an air sign person that awakens some kind of passion in you. Maybe they play electric guitar or violin so beautifully, or piano, and it awakens a passion in you to want to learn guitar or to learn violin or to do something. Or they could be very artistic and creative, and you're like, that awakens something in you, and now you want to go learn oil painting or sculpting or something. I mean, I don't know, but they could be awakening a passion in you, romantically speaking. Again, this is the trouble with general readings. This is the hardest card for me to read in your whole reading because I'm getting all these different things. So you have to see how it plays out. Sometimes people, they forget. These are predictions. So if you hear it now, it may not make any sense to you at all. And then by the end of November, you might go, oh, now I know what that was about. That can happen with psychic readings. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Scorpios to work with, use, and wear in the month of November of 2025, you got malachite. And malachite clears and activates the chakras and attunes to spiritual guidance. It opens the heart to unconditional love, and it encourages risk-taking and change. Malachite also breaks unwanted ties and old patterns. It teaches responsibility for your actions, thoughts, and feelings. Malachite also helps heal your heart chakra. You carry this or wear this, Scorpio, you're going to be generating a lot of love and abundance from you outwardly to others and to come to you from others. It's going to be great for you to carry or wear to heal emotional heartbreak or any kind of emotional wounds that need healing in November. If you wear this, it could really help heal emotional distress. It's also a stone that's going to quiet your mind. If you're prone to overanalyzing or a lot of mental chatter, it's going to quell that, quiet it down in November if you're carrying or wearing malachite. If you have any addictions or any kind of, to anything, you could be addicted to food, or smoking or drinking or drugs, you could be addicted to anything. But if you have some kind of addiction, you carry and wear malachite can help you ease up with that, especially in this month of November. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. It does mean a lot to me, and it helps me a lot. And thank you when you hit that hype button, because I have seen my videos start to show up more. So I do believe it does help the algorithms. And if you're interested in any of the special videos I record on very specific topics, bringing you more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides, you can get them on my Vimeo on-demand videos and also on my Patreon shop. I've created a list you can read here on this slide. They are also linked below this video in the description box and on my website, theluckymermaid.com, on the videos page. You can also get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides by following me on Facebook at The Lucky Mermaid LLC. Also on X, Pamela Georgel at The Lucky Mermaid. And here on YouTube, on my YouTube posts. So you may want to check those out. And I also post many written content of predictions and messages on Patreon. So you may want to become a Patreon member. So I hope you have absolutely awesome month of November, all the signs of the zodiac, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.